What is up, folks? Welcome back to the 80s Archives. It is Hobbs here with you. Discuss with you as I do another video for you guys today of the 1989 all-time skateboard film Gleaming the Cube. That's right, Gleaming the Cube. It's a 1989 film, so we're right on the cusp of that 90s mark there. You know, almost to that 90s mark, but just hitting the 1989 ratio. Now, Gleaming the Cube is approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes. It is a PG-13 rating. And this particular film was directed by Grammy Clifford, written by Michael Tolkien, starring Christian Slater, Steve Bauer, Richard Hurd, Ed Lauter, which Ed Lauter always appears to play in films. He always plays just this asshole. I don't know if it's just how it's meant to be or if it just is, but he's just... everything he's in is crazy. We have Tony Hawk as Buddy. We also have Tommy Guerrero, two famous skateboarders that just absolutely made this film what it was. And with this particular film, there's a lot to get into here. And let's start off with some budget details here. It was released in January the 13th of 89. Filmed in Anaheim. The budget was $10 million, but only grossed about 2.7. So this was considered a failure on the mainstream, but video sales and things I'm sure made up for it, and there was a lot of advertising in this film. Absolutely. The biggest thing I can think of is the Pizza Hut. And there's a ton of promotional pieces for Pizza Hut. In fact, Tony Hawk's character actually works at a Pizza Hut and drives a Pizza Hut truck in this film. Anyways, getting into the film, you have Christian Slater here, who is a skateboarder, completely opposite of his younger brother. His younger brother is a Vietnamese kid who was adopted into the family and also works at a shop. And in that shop that he works at, it is a Vietnamese shop. They sell videotapes, things like that. But there's something more to the shop than you know. And at that point, people are starting to get suspicious because his brother is coming up with some things about the shop. Are there illegal things going on here? What's happening here? Do I need to report stuff? The numbers aren't adding up. And there's some mysterious going-ons with the shop. And something happens to Christian Slater's brother in the film. So Christian has to figure out what's going on. I don't want to spoil this at all, okay? Now we're following Brian Kelly, which is played again by Christian Slater. Steve Bowers, the detective, is trying to help him throughout the film. They don't get along, and basically Brian has to figure out what's going on with his brother. And he gets his skater friends to help him along the way to figure out the mystery. And it's just really interesting. It's an interesting play on primarily being a skateboarding film, kind of like Thrashing, but I would say much better. But also in a really heartwarming story about a brother and brother relationship, you know. Brian's brother is very smart. He's intelligent. He's doing everything the right way. Brian's getting in trouble, so he's doing things in a bad way. His brother always does his homework for him and stuff, so they have this really cool relationship. So, you know, my thoughts on the movie is, this movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. It just does something for me. It makes me appreciate the 80s, you know, for the clothing and the skateboarding and things like that. And I just loved it. Gleaming the Cube just had a really good atmospheric, a lot of great action scenes. If you're a skateboarding aficionado or like skateboarding, you've got to see this movie. There's some humorous parts into it as well, more serious parts, but this is a good time overall. Let me know what you guys think of Gleaming the Cube. I didn't want to give away too much because I didn't want to ruin the film, but yeah, let me know what you think of Gleaming the Cube. This is Hobbs Hort back with your 80s Archives. Peace.